Good evening, sports fans and dog fam. It is time for Brownsburg baseball on DKSN for Game 2 of this two-game set between the Dogs and Eagles. Dogs will be the home team in this Game 2 as they were supposed to be the hosts tomorrow night. But exciting Game 1. Dogs won in extra innings, 8-7. On the mound for Game 2 is number 2, Vince Painter. Behind the plate is number 1, Cade Elkins. Again, thanks for joining us on DKSN. For these first couple innings, we'll have a guest with us in the DKSN studio. Quinn Moore is going to join us. Many of you will remember him from our Bulls days and just been a staple around the Brownsburg program, the Zionsville program, and your Indiana Bulls. So welcome, Quinn.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's a great night for baseball.
Yes, it is. Beautiful stadium. So you can give us insight because your son is number 16, the 6'6" Notre Dame commit, Camden Moore, who will play third base in this game. Tell us about the batter who's at the plate currently.
Blake Cope. He is a Wichita State commit. Extremely talented. Can run. Got some power. Really tools down. His numbers may not look as great as what he is. He's had some very unfortunate hits right at him, and that's baseball, right? He's starting to turn it on though. He's a good player.
And defensively, first base for you guys?
First base, outfield.
Yep.
He can play both very well. I think the way our team he goes.
There's a launch, right field. Thompson out there had to swivel his hips.
Yeah, Blake's
throw in for Thompson. A leadoff double.
Yeah, he's definitely turning it. He's seeing it well. Yeah, 2 games ago he was a single away from the cycle.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And this is Tyler Hughes. Hughes is thought he was going to be playing college baseball, and I guess still might, but he has back injury. He has fractures in his back, and he's senior year and wants to play through it a little bit. So battling through it, but a really good player. Second baseman.
Nice breaking ball from Painter, gets ahead, 0-1. So for Brownsburg, Vince Painter on the mound, the senior right-hander, committed to Bellarmine, and that's swung foul. Zionsville looking to run.
And that's why he can do that.
Stature-wise, he looked big for being a leadoff, but he's got the wheels to back it up. Greathouse held the runner on, but Painter will step across. So beautiful evening for baseball. Official game time temperature 76 degrees. Oh,
just went with it.
That's a single to left. There'll be runners at the corners. He just reached out and poked that one to left field.
Now batting number 16, Camden Moore.
So RBI opportunity here for the aforementioned Camden Moore.
He's had some balls hit pretty hard right at some guys.
Well, he smoked that one, his second at bat, I think, in the last game to the warning track in center field.
Yeah.
Painter check on the runner at first.
Jared likes to run here, so we might see him moving.
Oh, that's going to score a run in the wild pitch. Zionsville on the board early, nobody out, and a run has touched home.
How about this foul territory?
It's a big field. It's a big field.
What is
it? At least 25 yards on each
It's
line.
There was a lot of money spent on turf.
So 1 ball, no strikes, and that's lifted down the left field line. We'll hold more to a double. Double, single, double, and it's 2-0 early.
Now batting for Zionsville, number 5, Reed Zville.
Now this kid's been on fire. He's probably hitting around 500, and I don't know if he's a good player. I don't know if we were expecting him to do what he's been doing.
That's always a nice surprise.
Yeah. Mr. Foley out to the mound, huh?
Do what?
So Mr. Foley out to the mound.
Yes. Pitching coach, Coach Foley, will want to have a word after 3 batters. So both teams were in desperate needs of conference wins. So Zionsville trying to split this series, Brownsburg trying to pull even in HCC play with a 2-game sweep, but it's been a surprising start for both teams.
In my opinion, 2 of the better teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Haven't.
Well, HSE just we started 4-0, and then they got run ruled by Avon last night.
Yeah.
18-6.
I'm not. They're a good team. I mean, HCC, you're going to see a good team every time, right? It's crazy how many arms.
Yes.
The arms in the conference. Every time you play a conference game, you're going to see a guy on the mound. First game, both pitchers up to 90, 91. Starters. We'll see the same thing this game, right?
Yeah. Painter will upper 80s. He might touch 90.
Mm-hmm.
That one's fouled off, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. And then you guys have Davis Moore on the mound tonight for this game too. The lefty Vanderbilt commit.
Yep. His greatest strength is any count he can pitch any pitch. If it's 2-0, he's confident to
Check
throw
swing.
it. Oh.
Ooh, they'll try to get the lead runner. They will. Nice play by Painter over to Rose. Score that 1-5 if you're scoring at home. Fielder's choice.
Good play by the pitcher.
Now batting is 19, Miles Poole.
Miles is a really, really good athlete. Really started focusing on baseball the last couple years. In my opinion, should be a wide receiver. He gave up football.
Off speed from Painter, misses in. 1 ball, no strikes. Painter does have a quick move to first. I think he's tallied 2 pickoffs, maybe 3 so far this season. 1 ball, no strikes at the plate. That one through the hole on the left side again. Another single.
Now batting number 10, Sam Hawk.
This is our catcher split time, so this is our other catcher. They're just pretty much alternate it every game. 2 seniors.
Nice. So runners at first and second, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. That catches the outside corner. The 0-1. Missed inside. 1-1. Greathouse playing behind the runner. 1-1. Nice. Yes. Jones holds on. Nice play by Rose on the hot corner. Gets it over to Jones for the double play. Really good play by both Rose and Jones there.
Very nice play. Did you say Rose or Rhodes?
Rose. Skylar Rose.
She
Brian Rose's
Brian,
son.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh wait, there's Brian, I think.
Yeah.
His name right there. Brian was a good player back in the day.
Yes, he was. Yeah, stay tuned in the maybe in the home half of the first. Quinn put the list together for the Brownsburg all-time team.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss the names, who's on the list, and who's left off the list, creating the suspense as we go bottom one. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN. All right, bottom one, leading off for your Dogs is the senior center fielder, number 5, Drew Bostic.
Number 5, actually, Drew Bostic.
Bostic signed his commitment letter yesterday to play football at Ball State.
Oh, is that where he's going?
Mm-hmm.
I actually did not know that.
Flare into right center field or shallow right field.
His dad was a really good player back in the day. We had to battle him and Avon.
Oh, yeah?
Now batting for the Bulldogs in 14, Braden Greathouse.
I've never put that together. Now I remember that name.
Yeah.
Huh.
Braden having a good year?
Yeah. Coming straight from basketball to this with no time off, yeah, he's adjusted well. So Greathouse now at the plate, the sophomore shortstop. First pitch strike. So Davis Moore is the lefty committed to Vanderbilt. Junior. The 0-1. And on the hands flared. Nice. What a play by the first baseman. Well into foul territory. That's where these big fields come in. Now you're glad you spent all the money on the
Right. That was a good play. Davis is on the mound. Just you'll see it. He'll mix pitches, throw fastballs in. They locate his fastball. He's fun to watch. He threw a no-hitter last week.
Yeah,
and
lost. I couldn't believe that box score when I saw it come across. So 2 outs. That brings up the left fielder, Canyon Kuntz. Left on left matchup here. Kuntz goes up swinging first pitch. That one will get out.
Speaking of Canyon, and we were talking about that list. So I know he's just a sophomore, but he's the leadoff hitter on that team, on that all-time Brownsburg team.
That is crazy to hear.
I'm telling you.
As his dad. So you have Barnhart obviously on there.
Yeah. I have Tucker obviously catching. Got first base.
Swing and a miss on an off speed.
This
Koontz
was
out in front of it.
First base was a hard one because
Yeah.
you got Wade Thornton, who had probably one of the best years ever for a Brownsburg baseball player. Hit over 500, had like 16 home runs.
Wow.
But then
0-2.
let's see.
Canyon goes down and gets it. Left fielder in on it. Make the play. Dogs go down in order. The Eagles lead 2-0. We'll get more in the list here as we go to the second. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN.
Number 9, Mitchell Finelli.
All right, number 9, Mitchell Finelli, the sophomore. When he connects with one, it goes far.
Yeah, he can hit.
Nice. Rose collects it over to Phillips. One pitch, one out.
All right.
Number 18, Landon Ames.
Okay, so we had Tucker catching, Wade Thornton up first, or Jackson McGowan, both good. But if I had to make mine, just because Wade's how he played that year. Infield, second to short or second to third was hard.
Yeah.
Because who's playing where? But Drew Anderson went to Ohio State. I think got up to Double-A.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really good player, could fly. And then Brett Gerard went to Ohio State as well. He got drafted by the Twins out of high school, but in college when they were working out, tore his Achilles, and I guess probably never got to full strength. Or is it going to go foul? Oh, that was the right play though. But he wasn't going to get it.
Yeah,
that was right.
Yeah, it was going to be a single either way if your hope it just goes foul.
And you went to school with Riggs.
Yep. Eric
1.
Riggs, the 95, got up to AAA.
AAA, yeah. Yep. Derek Williams went to Ball State. Was a really good left-handed pitcher too. Obviously Canyon, we talked about him. I'll tell you this about Canyon. Out of all the kids that I've coached, I would say him and Max Clark have the best hand-eye. I always tell people if Canyon takes strike 3, I would put money on it. It was a ball. But anyway, that's so yeah. I got those two, and then probably Sean Visa. I don't know. You remember?
Coach Visa, his son.
Yes,
and Visa, he was on one of the Little League teams that went to Williamsport.
Yep. His dad was my teacher. I forget what he taught, but
wasn't he health and gym? I think,
maybe.
or no, speech. Visa was speech. Yep.
Yeah. Starting
two balls, no strikes at the plate.
Starting pitching, I think we got a couple there. That's fairly easy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
So which would you, Lynn or Storen? Fouled off.
Oh man, in high school, definitely Lynn. Sorry,
Yeah.
Drew, if you're listening, but definitely Lynn in high school. He was dominant. And Drew was too, but in a different way. Lance just overpowered you with the fastball.
Yeah.
You know, Drew's slider was filthy. But,
Now Lynn hit in high school, correct?
He did. I think one year he had 16 home runs. Yeah, he could hit. He thought he could hit at the next level, but
yeah,
if he's listening,
and he went to Mississippi State, right?
He went Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, okay.
Ole Miss. Yep.
And pitched in the College World Series and won a World Championship.
Yep.
Is he the only one that's won a World Championship?
Probably. Think about it. Drew got. I don't know if Drew got to College World Series or not.
Because he went to Stanford, right?
He went to Stanford. Yep.
Ground ball. Great house backhands in the hole. Fires a strike over. Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know about that one. We got replay. Don, we got replay. We got replay right here.
We do have replay. Yeah. It's up to the viewers to go ahead and look at that one.
Number 27.
So,
infield single. We'll put runners at the corners.
this is Cope again. Hit that last one pretty good.
So 1 out, runners on the corners. Brownsburg trying to keep it at just a 2-0 lead. On top of the order now, back for the Eagles.
Got so nobody. I don't know how many people remember, but Dalton Wentz. He was really dominant. Went to Florida Atlantic.
Okay.
He would be the third pitcher. He had some elbow issues, so he didn't pitch his senior year in high school because he had Tommy John, and then got to Florida Atlantic.
And you were not on this list, on the starting list?
Nah, maybe honorable mention.
Okay.
That was a tough one though, Don. That was a tough one. I think I was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, your vanity license plate said everything. 3 up, 3 DN.
Yeah.
I mean, I still tell people that was your license plate.
Yeah, that's funny. You remember
on the Isuzu Amigo?
Isuzu Amigo.
Yeah. It's crazy what like. You used to be able to drive around Brownsburg and know everybody because you knew what car everybody drove.
Well, you weren't texting at that time.
Exactly, right? Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then you gotta have, and one of the more talented players to come through Brownsburg was Isaac Sanford.
Big strikeout for Painter there. Took something off of that one.
So a two-way utility guy in the lineup, I would have Isaac Sanford. He could hit.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of outfield his senior year, but he was a good infielder. I mean, he could pitch. He was good. So that he's definitely. I would have to put him in there. He went to West Virginia.
That's smoked into the gap in right center, but Thompson just off his glove. That'll score 2 as he tried to circle that one in right field.
Number 16, Camden Moore.
So then a recent name, Carrington Cross, I see on your honorable mention.
Yes.
Just got drafted by the Padres after a successful career at Cincinnati.
Yeah. He was a kid that I think was mostly in high school a little underrated. And then he proved that in college that he was underrated. Somebody at Cincinnati saw it and knew what they were doing. I know when he was there, I mean, the coaches always just talked about what a competitor he was, and I mean, had a phenomenal career there.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been, I don't know, was he Big East Player of the Year one year? Or not Big East?
Yeah, I want to say, wasn't it last year? Either last year or the year before. Whatever, Cincinnati is, yeah. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That one fouled off out of play.
Yeah, so Carrington, TJ Baume, he was the shortstop on that Little League World Series team.
Okay.
TJ's a tough one to leave out of the lineup, but Drew and Brett and Riggs, I think got him. TJ was really, really talented.
Outside corner, 2-2.
So I know it's my son here, so I'm going to tell you, if he throws him a slider away, he's going to chase.
Yeah. Two
Sorry.
balls and 2 strikes.
Told you.
Then he got a piece of it. He'll stay alive. He'll see another one. Count stays 2-2.
Don, I'd throw it again.
Yeah.
See what he does here.
What's he excited about with Notre Dame?
First and foremost, I think education.
Yeah.
He narrowed it down when he had his choices. It was between Notre Dame, Northwestern, and Michigan, and he knew exactly what he wanted. So pretty proud of him for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the only thing I don't like is none of them are south.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Moore at the plate. Runner goes. Then Moore puts a charge into that one into left field. And Kunzel, that hit halfway up the netting. StatCast says that one was every bit of 365.
Yeah, I think he was sitting off speed.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right, here they go. Somebody eventually is going to get hurt doing that little celebration.
Oh, I didn't see what it was.
They did the bomb or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway.
So now 6-0 here for the Eagles.
So next guy, honorable mention, Nick Shipley.
Yeah.
He was a third baseman on those Little League teams, but I think he was around 500 his senior year and had like 15 or 16.
Now, correct me if what year did Brownsburg go undefeated and is touted as one of the best high school teams ever in the state of Indiana?
It's definitely the best, in my opinion. But I think it was 2004.
Oh, was it 04? Okay. That one, Thompson got a good jump on that one into right field. All right.
Yeah, there's some other good names on here we'll get to.
Awesome. Stick with us. We go to the bottom of the second. Dogs trail big, 6-0. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN. All right, 4, 5, 6 hitters up for Brownsburg. It'll be Phillips, Paget, and I believe Jones is in the 6th hole today. Yes.
Who's this hitting?
Daniel Phillips.
Okay.
If you remember Chad Phillips.
I do.
Yeah, that's his son.
Okay.
Yep. Chad was a 93 grad. I was 94, and you were 97?
96.
96, okay.
Yep. And your brother was 97, 98.
98, yep. Again, thanks for joining us on DKSN. Don Kuntz, Quinn Moore, bringing you all the action today. Talking historic Brownsburg baseball as a flare shot off the bat of Phillips is successfully caught by, that's not Ring out there at short, is it?
No, Ring got his hamstring is bothering him, so he's not playing. He got pulled in the last game.
Yeah, I saw him go out. I didn't know if he was going to the bullpen or if he just got taken out.
He got pulled in the Carmel game yesterday, and then so he's battling some hamstring issues.
Now, and he's an uncommitted junior as well, right? Luke Padgett now at the plate. Swings and misses on the first pitch. Oh.
So that one of the, obviously Tucker is a catcher, but there was a kid, Sean Gaston, that could really catch and throw. Went to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Really, really good player. He would have been, I think he would have been around 06, 07 maybe. I could be wrong, but I think that's about the time he was there. No, it would have been before that, actually. Actually would have been, I didn't coach him. Anyway, yeah, but he was really good defensive catcher. Let's see.
1-2 for Moore. Took something off of that one, got Padgett swinging.
Kyle Wagner in the outfield.
Yeah.
I coached him with the Bulls. Little leadoff hitter. He was good. Kings. So the King brothers. Gary King was the coach of that. His dad was the coach of that Little League team. Gary played outfield and Jeff played second base. They were good players. And Dad was, I think, has a lot to do with, I think, the history in Brownsburg.
Yeah.
Getting to the Little League World Series, coaching that team, putting them together.
That's awesome.
Dad was a big part of that run that team made. Okay, then you talked about earlier. I got to say the Moore brothers.
Yeah.
I have to. Jared was so Coach of Zionsville, my brother. He was he was an All-Star in 1989. He thinks he was better than what he really was, but it's all right. I didn't make the All-Star team, but I was better than him.
Yeah.
Funny story. We did the alumni game. There's a few years ago. There was an alumni game, and it was machine pitch. But when Jared came up, I was like, no, I'm going to pitch to you.
That's awesome.
So I got on the mound. I proceeded to throw it up and in and hit him in the wrist. He had to go get extra.
Oh, wow. That's what brothers do, right?
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Jones, the junior, at the plate.
Vole brothers are pretty good. Mike and Mark Vole. Mark was, a 90, 95 grad, right?
Was Mark your class?
No, Mark was, he was 95. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Mike was 97.
Okay. So, I didn't know Mike as a younger. Okay.
Mike made the All-Star team in 97. I don't know. I can't remember what he did. It's terrible. I can't remember what he did for college.
That is fouled by Jones. Good quality at bat here for Jones.
Tristan Pauly, left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Was really good. He went to Indiana State and then got to, I think, AA with the Rangers. His dad, Cliff Pauly, played in the mid-'80s.
2-2 to Jones. Chopper.
He's gonna beat that out.
Safe. Ooh. Wow. 2 questionable calls. Jones uses his wheels for an infield single. And that's the one bad thing about turf is you get a higher bounce than you would on grass. And
oh, what's he doing here? They're not going to change the call, Jared. Sorry.
No, it's
all right. So while he's attempting to do something that's not going to be changed, we can move on with this.
Brothers, folks.
Yeah. The Sampson brothers.
Yeah.
So obviously we talked about Isaac, but Sam, left-handed hitter, could really hit. I was fortunate enough to coach Isaac and Sam. But Sam was Sam was good. And then Caleb went to Wright State.
Mm-hmm.
Had a
More recently, just in the late teens, I want to say. Yeah.
Yep. He was, and he made it. He might have made it to AA too.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
Caleb was hurt a lot in high school, so I can't remember as far as how the years played out for him, but nonetheless, went to Wright State, did really well. Bill, the father, obviously did a good job with those three.
Yeah, he played in the Expos and was an Indian, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple other guys. Michael Bradburn, he was a really good hitter, had a really good career. He was part of that. He's just after the Little League World Series.
Okay.
He was a good player. So Marcus Fredwell, he thinks he was a player. He wasn't a player, but anyways, he's a big Brownsburg guy. And he does a lot of social media for the Bulls. So I sent this to him, and he mentioned a couple other guys. Let's see what goes happening here. Dan Fair and Chris Sides. They were in 01. They were both pretty good arms. So Austin Nickel was the catcher on that Little League World Series group. He went to Butler.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a guy, Danny Alberts. Do you remember Danny Alberts?
Yeah. I do remember. Yeah.
Also,
he was a 95, wasn't he? Or was he my class at 94?
That's his brother, I think.
Oh, okay.
He was 97.
Okay.
Maybe 98, actually. But he was a good player. Rich tradition, Don.
Oh, called strike 3. So we'll talk about that tradition when we go to the top of the third. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN.
It's kind of fun.
FSG stands ready to build better electrical systems, to create more impactful lighting solutions, deploy advanced building controls and monitoring, design and fabricate dynamic signage, provide cutting-edge technology, and drive innovation for a sustainable future with EV charging and solar technology. In this, FSG finds our true calling. We don't just service buildings. We serve the people who bring them to life. After all, the real power behind a building is the people inside.
All right, top 3. Dogs trail 6-0.
It's perfect weather.
Yeah, it is.
Other a little windy, but
Senior Vince Painter on the mound. Cade Elkins behind the plate. That is lifted. Thompson got a late jump on it, and they will have a leadoff double.
Now batting number 10, Sam Hawk.
So what do you think has been the key measure for Brownsburg's baseball success over the years?
I think one thing, the Little League World Series team brought excitement
to
the program. and the kids then grew up and wanted the town really backed it. Even back when you and I were in high school, the town always backed sports.
Yeah.
And then when that team made the run, I think baseball became big. I think that started it. I would like to say actually when we were in high school that my senior year we went to semi-state, so I'd like to say that.
That's when it really started.
Yeah. But no.
You guys energized the young kids who
right.
then made the World Series.
That's right.
I see it. I see where you're going.
Yeah. But that team really got, I think, things going, and then for years, Brownsburg known as one of the baseball schools, one of the powerhouses. But yeah, and like I said, Gary King was a big part of that, bringing those kids up.
Yeah.
Had some good coaches. So my coach was Wayne Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great run with him, and then Pat O'Neill obviously did some great things.
Yeah.
Here, and he was.
Yeah, and then he went to Danville to finish his career, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Elkins squeezes strike 3 there for the first out.
One thing about, I think Brownsburg too is, now I'm in Zionsville, right? But the community in Brownsburg, I think, is a little different than other places.
Yeah.
It's still the community backs high school athletics.
Well, yeah, you see that, especially now with back-to-back state football championships and how many people are there.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I saw Oscar Fry going to Illinois State.
Yep.
I'll be honest, so Camden grew up, working out with the same quarterback coach that he went to. Illinois State got a steal.
Yeah.
The kid is legit.
Yep. And just from a leadership standpoint, I'm so impressed with how he carries himself.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. I think I told you this before. I did the chains in middle school, and so impressed, like you said, with the leadership and the way he talked to the kids. And
that's Canyon is trying to hold up the runner at third, but he had no shot at that ball.
Now up for the Eagles, number 18.
So Single scores another run, 7-0 here.
Yeah, but Brownsburg, just the facilities, the Mount Brownsburg, or what they put into the athletics.
Oh yeah,
it's a powerhouse.
One out, runner at first.
It's kind of cool. It's cool to see, as an alum, right?
Yeah. Ground ball. Rose will play it. Go to second. Jones couldn't quite make the turn, but got the lead runner. Rose to Jones. 5-4 on the putout.
What do you see that's obviously you're in Brownsburg now, what do you see the biggest differences back from maybe when we were there to now?
Well, the money that is in every program that's there, but just the amount of growth in the pool of athletes that you're able to pull from. And Indiana High School, nice play by Elkins, got him at second. Good throw by Elkins. And how just everybody still is a community. And to your point that they still back high school athletics, it's still the biggest thing in town is what's going on at the high school, regardless of what team it is. Track has a huge, we have one of the biggest track teams in the state. It's crazy. The success breeds more success. All right, we'll take a break. Join us as we go bottom 3. Dogs trailing 7-0 on DKSN. All right, bottom three, trailing 7-0, leading off the right fielder, senior Braden Thompson,
You were talking.
grandson of Rick Thompson, who's
Oh,
still
wow. Yeah.
involved in Brownsburg athletics.
Okay.
And was he in your class, Thompson?
No, he was a year young. Chris?
Yeah.
He was a year younger.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Chris here?
Yeah, he's here. Ground out for out number one.
You were talking about the track program, and so one of my closest friends, Sean Hurst, and he has two boys in the track program, and talks about how great the program is, and his oldest just committed to DePaul, going to go long jump at DePaul.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now it's Skylar Rose, Jr. Rolls one over down third base. Nice play by the third baseman. Nice stretch by Moore over at first, 2 away. That does turn the lineup over with 2 outs. That'll bring up senior center fielder, Drew Bostic.
Well, I said let it go, but I'm glad he didn't let it go.
Yeah. Made a really good play on that.
Yeah. I have not seen the weight room and the indoor.
Oh, it's insane. There's a cardio only room that's got 30 treadmills, bikes, and I mean it's.
I gotta go see it.
Yeah. First pitch strike to Bostic. Moore delivers the 0-1, goes to 1-1. What's his best pitch?
Oh, I would say his slider on back foot slider to righty, or
Yeah.
I mean he can get the fastball in, which I like too. His changeup is good, but he slows down. He shows it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to pick up from a hitter, but still he does.
Ooh, Bostic laces that one. That'll be the first hit. A double for Bostic off the wall in left field. That brings a little life to the Brownsburg dugout.
Batting number 14, Braden Greathouse.
Did you see Greathouse's defensive play on that ball up the middle?
Yes.
Across the bag?
Yeah. Yeah. No, very talented kid. Very good athlete. He came in, seemed like a defense guy in basketball. Like,
yeah.
Came in and just hustled and.
Yeah, he'll have a more prominent role as a slot receiver this year on the football team.
So he's going to stick with playing all three?
No basketball. Well, this is unofficial, folks, but basketball might be the one of the 3 that gets dropped next season. Unofficial. Wow. We're not breaking news on DKSN.
I'll tell you, it's so hard for these kids at this level. It's a shame to play 3 sports anymore. You know?
Time call.
I know you played football. What else did you?
I wrestled heavyweight varsity as a freshman, and was 2-26, and that was the end of my wrestling career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then was a 3-year starter for football.
Yeah. There were some good football teams that time.
We made it to the sectional championship and lost to Cathedral in the 93 football season. So 93-94 was my senior year. But my senior year, we started a home winning streak. That's called strike on the outside corner. That ended my brother's senior year. His senior night was, so we went undefeated at home from 93 to 97 football seasons as Greathouse sends that to center field. And that'll be out number 3. Top 4. Dog still trails 7-0. Stick with us on DKSN, the home of Brownsburg baseball. All right. We are at Zionsville Baseball Complex. Dogs trail 7-0. Top of the fourth, Vince Painter, ball 1.
So how many on the field right now? You got seniors, juniors, sophomores. What's the ratio here?
Senior catcher, senior first base, senior center fielder, and right field, and pitcher.
Okay.
Sophomore shortstop, left field, junior third base, and second.
Okay.
How's out of play.
Pitching as far as the young pitchers? How's the?
So we got Sablehouse as junior.
Okay.
Who pitched that game 1.
Yeah.
Let's see. It falls off pretty quick. You've got Kogel, who's injured right now, but he can. Jones, backhand up the middle, over to Phillips. Good pick, but he's safe at first. Infield single.
So it's to be determined.
Yeah, to be determined on the underclass.
Okay.
You've got several arms that are on JV right now. We're splitting some time. JJ, what's JJ's last name? Why can't I think of it? Who's a sophomore and pitched against University. He started the game against University.
I know there's a good one coming, Freeman. I think
he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
And I think he's getting time on JV currently. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one.
Yeah, he's been upper 80s and maybe touched 90. I'm not sure on that, but definitely upper 80s. Ball outside. So Painter at 53 pitches so far. Here with no outs in the top of the fourth. Another good move over to first, close.
You know, obviously I'm biased here a little bit, but there's been a great connection between the Bulldogs and the Bulls.
Yeah.
Indiana Bulls. A lot of those players we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Went through the Bulls organization. I'd say the majority of them.
And that's where you've been since you came back from South Alabama, and then a brief stint at IU.
Yep. And then after IU, I took 1 year off of just being a 23-year-old and having fun. And
yep.
24, I started coaching. So I've been coaching now for 22, 23 years. Love every minute of it.
Yeah. And you've currently caught the 27 Bulls black team.
Yeah.
Which has 9 D1 commits already.
No.
Not that many?
No, it's like 13.
Oh, 13. Yeah. I undershot it. Yeah.
And I think they're all
high major. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all power. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good group.
Yeah, I saw Grady Grant hit 2 home runs last night. Drake McClurg hit 1 last night. Lots of talent. How's Goki doing? He's
down at Pete 27 Academy. He's down in South Carolina, and he's doing well. It's been an adjustment for him, but it's good baseball. He's gotten, compared to what you can play in Ohio or here in Indiana, he's gotten a ton more ABs there. So he'll be ready to go come summer. But we were talking about, obviously Tucker and Gaston.
Thompson, I don't think knew where it was. Nope, he lost it in the lights.
It's the sky. This is a tough sky.
So a single. We'll put runners at the corners. And then where's Snavely committed?
Wake Forest.
Okay.
Yep. He'll be up the middle for us, but we were talking about Tucker and then even Sean Gaston, former Bulldogs, but phenomenal defense catchers, and obviously Tucker 2-time Gold Glove winner. But I will, and Tucker and I have talked about this, but the catcher we have now will challenge Tucker as one of the best defense catchers ever.
Cooper Collins.
Yes.
Yeah. One of my favorite players in that 27 class.
Yeah, he's plays the A&M commit, plays the game the right way. Just you can play him in the field different positions, but behind the plate, been on the USA team twice.
Yeah.
And just he's special.
That's lifted to center field. Bostic, I think.
Oh, you can't see it?
Yeah, nobody can find the ball out there. That'll score 2. Yep, out. Yeah, you got a slide.
Oh, is he kicked out?
I think he warned him. So they out at the plate.
Number 16, Camden Moore.
I don't know what the rule is here. They went into each other pretty good. I know. Who's your catcher?
Do what?
Who's your catcher?
Kate Elkins.
Kate, I don't think was too thrilled with that.
Yeah. The mic's on. Yep. Nope, you're still on.
It is still on, actually.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. All right, so play will resume here. 1 out. And we got 8-0 as the official score.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you're fine. I can mute it. You're good. Called strike on the outside corner. Sorry, I didn't realize I was on a tight shot there. Thank you, Andy. Danny Alberts, class of 1998, for that update. That one low. 1 ball, 1 strike. My brother was listening. Danny Alberts was class of 1998. Got him at third again. Lead runner out. Nice play. Great house to Rose. 6-5 if you're scoring at home on the fielder's choice. Yeah, so for me, somebody that left off the list was one Sean Harmon.
Oh, Harmon's going to kill me.
A pitcher from the 94 class.
Yes, yeah. Harmon was good. His breaking ball was nasty.
And just a competitor.
Yeah. I remember I think it was my sophomore year. It might have been my freshman year. It was his junior year. Center Grove was #1 in the state. Extremely talented. And nobody thought we would beat him. And Sean pitched a complete game and beat him. It was a fun game to watch.
That's awesome. Where did he end up going and playing?
Marion.
Okay.
Marion. I had a nice little career at Marion.
And is now a high school official and actually officiated a girls' state championship and a boys' state championship this year.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's been a couple years since I've talked to him, but great family.
Yep.
Great family.
Yeah, they're still in Brownsburg.
Yep.
Soccer was their kids' choice of sport that they stuck with. 1-0 count at the plate. Breaking ball misses in. 2-0.
We probably there's been so many good players. I'm sure we missed a few. So
that's strike on the outer third. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Chopper charged by Rose Over to Phillips. Nice play. Side retired. Dogs limit the damage to 1. As we go bottom 4, trailing 8-0. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN. All right, bottom 4. It'll be the left fielder, sophomore, number 13, Canyon Kuntz, to lead it off for the Dogs.
So what's up? It's a good look. There's a kid, Lucas Moore, who actually played for the Bulls when he was 17, but Kenyon and Lucas are very similar type players, and Lucas also wore a hood out of his jersey. So what's up with the hood?
I have no idea what his look is from day to day. What he's going for. Line out to the second baseman. Just off the end of the bat.
Now batting number 15, Phillips.
It's like Camden, something wrong with his contact. His contact just came out.
So 1 out, base is empty. Daniel Phillips inside, ball 1. Ooh, ouch. Nice play by the third baseman. Score that one 1-5-3 on the putout.
That was a
hot shot. Yeah.
As a pitcher, that's kind of your worst.
Yeah, a comebacker.
Yeah. You know, I'm honestly shocked it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, I completely agree. Did you see the MLB game yesterday where it got caught in the guy's jersey? It like went through the button up. And,
I did not see that.
And scored a single.
You could have. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and there was a runner on third, and they did not give the runner home because it's umpire's discretion on how they advance runners. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they're going to give Davis a few pitches here to make sure he's good. That'll bring up Luke Paget with 2 outs.
How many of these guys play football? A few of them.
Bostic, Greathouse, Canyon. I think that might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Crew Brown, who's on JV. Mm-hmm. There might be a couple other JV kids. 2 balls and no strikes to Paget.
So what's Sharp's football recruiting looking like?
All of the top schools.
Anywhere, he can go anywhere he wants.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's been to IU several times. Purdue's making a strong pitch for him.
IU would be a better place, Don.
I don't necessarily disagree, but the money that Purdue is throwing around to other players as well could change things like it has in IU.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. But Dami Tsunami has 17 D1 offers, our defensive end.
Oh, wow.
That's a
So
stud.
big time schools too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got his pick of where any SEC school he wants to go to.
Mm-hmm. Zionsville has one kid, Theo Schott.
Yeah. Who's a sophomore, right?
Sophomore. And he's got some big time offers. It hurt us a little bit in basketball that, and it obviously made sense for him with what he has going on. But hurt Zionsville in basketball not having him for sure. Back when we were in high school, there wasn't this many kids that had these kind of opportunities.
Nope.
Crazy.
2 outs. Jones now at the plate with Paget at first.
Is Jones still with Bam?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jones and Rose and Kogel. Got him at second as Paget is caught stealing. So Jones will continue his at bat when we get to the 5th. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN. Okay, we'll see you at home. No, I am. All right, top 5. Dogs trail 8-0 in game 2 of this doubleheader. Painter on the mound. That one is flared off. As new catcher in the game, number 16, Karsten LeBlanc. No other changes defensively as far as I can see.
Karsten's dad was a pretty good coach, bringing that junior class up through BBC.
Nothing in 2. Yeah, we had a good run with that little league team.
Remember going to the field right over here and watching you guys
Yeah.
play. Was a good run.
Got beat by the Michigan team, Thornton. And where's he at? Cam Thornton, is that right?
Yeah, Cam Thorning. Yeah,
Thorning, yeah.
Thorning. His dad, that team, Taylor Made.
Yep.
They're still together.
Fouled off out of play.
But Cam's a good player. He's committed to Wright State. Good catcher.
And then who was their pitcher? They had the
Ryder Kincannon.
yeah.
He's playing with the Bulls this summer.
Oh, is he really?
Mhm.
Okay.
West Virginia commit.
The 0-1. Rose, take it on a hop. Over to Phillips, keeps his foot down. 2 away.
Yeah, that was a good group. I forgot that it was that team you guys played.
Mm-hmm. Is this a new pitcher? This might not be Painter anymore. I can't tell.
Yeah, this is a new pick, I think.
My bad, folks. I'll get it straightened out here. Yeah, Peck. .64, uncommitted junior, I believe. Nathan Peck. One ball, 2 strikes. Just missed. 2-2.
So it's really unfortunate for Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely has had a good career here. You know, someone we didn't mention too, and so my son Easton, who is now at Butler, playing, but he was when he was at Winthrop. His roommate was Walker Brock from Brownsburg.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Walker is having was early. I haven't looked in a couple of weeks. Was having a really good year at Winthrop. Throwing, I think he's been up to 94.
Wow.
But mostly out of the pen.
But is this junior year for him, or?
Yeah, junior year. Mm-hmm. Easton at Butler is actually a freshman. He redshirted, medical redshirt.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So technically, he could be one of those 24-year-olds that's still playing college baseball that I don't understand.
The 0-1, breaking ball, swing and a miss, 0-2 from Peck.
You see that in HCC a lot of chirping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the coaches all have fun with it. I mean, as long as it's all in fun and not.
Yeah. The 0-2, high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mary Beth Rose Park.
Yeah.
A lot of good memories there, Don.
Skylar's grandmother. Check swing foul.
That was the coach, when we were in high school, Wayne Johnson, that was kind of his baby.
To do that, to get that done?
To get that done, yeah.
Yeah, he was a shop teacher, wasn't he?
He was,
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Played with his son was on our team.
That's high in the sky. Jones is calling everybody off. Will make the play. So Peck comes in, puts a 0 up on the board. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs trailing 8-0 on DKSN. All right. Yeah. Bottom 5. Fouled off. Almost came through the net here. Colin Jones will get another crack at Davis Moore, who is at 45 pitches through 4 innings. Holding the Dogs scoreless so far on breaking ball called strike. So Jones behind 0-2. That one popped up. More underneath it. So warning for throwing the bat on the pop out. So that'll bring up catcher of record, number 16, Karsten LeBlanc. Karsten, a junior, swing and a miss. LeBlanc puts a charge into it in right field for a 1-out single. Luke Fields will come in and run for LeBlanc. I'll bring up Braden Thompson. That ball outside for Moore. Fields back in plenty of time over at first. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Again, a throw over. That one fouled off out of play.
Okay. Am I back on?
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Dogs trying to get a run here against the lefty Vandy commit. 2 balls and a strike.
Brownsburg baseball fans don't realize, or probably realize, hopefully, how lucky they are to have this.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Think about how many baseball games you've done this.
I have over 500 games live streamed on my YouTube channel, whether it's basketball, football, baseball. We've broadened our horizons with flag football.
Okay.
London's flag football and
That's
London's
awesome.
basketball.
Okay. That is awesome.
So full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That is inside. A walk. Oh, actually, is that Killian Grove? That wasn't Thompson, I don't believe. Yeah, my bad. All right, so Grove draws a walk with 1 out. That brings up Skylar Rose playing third base. So 1 out and 2 on. Bottom 5. That one skips away. Runners will advance 90 feet.
Well, kids are going to have an early morning.
Yeah.
I would say it's kind of nice probably to have a Friday night, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rose. Strike on the inside corner. The 1-2. And this is in 2-2.
He's going to come with a fastball in. That's my prediction here.
Fouled off right here. It goes over my head.
I think that was a changeup.
Yeah, took a little off
Yeah.
that one.
Now he's going to come firm. That's the hardest pitch Canyon says to hit.
The hardest pitch for him to hit. Rose. I thought that was going to get down in center field, but nice play by the second baseman. 2 out. He left on left, and then if it's got movement, that's hard for him.
Left on left in probably.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough. Especially with the run. I still remember we were what was it, 13U? We were down in maybe Columbus, and we were playing 54 feet.
Yeah.
And that kid going to Louisville, Noah Spalding, was
Yes.
pitching, and he was humming pretty good from 54 feet. And the only kid on our team that wasn't fazed by it was Canyon.
Yep, I remember that.
I think we had 4 hits, and he had 3 of them, I believe.
1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Yeah, he was seeing the ball good that day. Bostic swings through that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Don, we've seen our kids play a lot of baseball games.
1-1. Ground ball through the hole on the left side. The Dogs are on the board. They will hold. They will let him go now as the ball is going to keep skipping as Bostic's got his wheels on. He'll be in. They'll score a single, but a 2-base error on the left fielder. So 2 outs, Bostic at third. That brings up Braden Greathouse. I'd put Greathouse to bunt for a single here. Or hit it to the gap in left center field. There you go. RBI single for Greathouse.
I don't know how many pitches Davis is at, but
Davis is now at 64, 65. And he started this inning at 45.
His pops will keep him going then. He'll throw him till about 90 pitches,
Yeah.
I would say 95.
2 outs with Greathouse at first. Canyon pulls that one back at the last second. 1 ball, no strikes. Slide step from Davis there.
Speed pitch. Yeah. Will they run here, you think, at all?
Not with the lefty. I don't think so.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes. As Greathouse retreated on that one.
It was a good take.
2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. There is a hard grounder to second.
Better get rid of it.
By a half step.
He's in a combat.
Yes. Do you like him?
I will tell you this. In a showcase, yes, I mean, I think the barrel, there's a little more juice there. In the showcase setting, last year at the Futures Games, everybody who used the combat was 2 miles per hour faster than what they were with the others.
Really?
So
Interesting.
at the Futures Games for Canyon, I would tell them to bring out the combat.
Gotcha. All right, we are through 5. Dogs are on the board 8-3. You're on DKSN. Leadoff double here in the top of the 6th. Is that the 9-hole hitters?
That is.
Yeah.
That is. Liam's really good at defense. Can run a little bit. Good player, senior. Good 9-hole hitter. That's
All right. Nobody out. Runner at second. Top of the lineup now for Zionsville with Peck on the mound. LeBlanc wants to roll through signs here. Thanks for joining us for a full evening of baseball. We started at 5 o'clock with game 1. That ended at about 7:40, 7:35. Game 2 started a little after 8. That one is outside. And for me, I had a work event at the Indians game. So my baseball day started at 11 a.m.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's not
That's
a bad
baseball.
Yeah,
That's not a bad,
That's not a bad day. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside again, 2-0.
Who'd they play?
St. Paul Saints.
Okay.
Couple home runs for the Indians, and
It'll be interesting to see if Max Hark is still.
yeah, because they don't come here for a while.
Yeah.
I looked at the schedule. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, he is tearing it up right now. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Their outfielders are just doing okay.
There's a strike from Peck. But you've already got McConnell tearing it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, you'd create a lot of buzz if you brought up your next highest rated prospect.
Yeah.
3 balls and a strike.
So Max got married this offseason and was there, and it's funny. So Mechanical was walking around. You would never guess he's a major league player.
Yeah,
or that
because he's like 5'9", right?
Yeah. He never would guess it, but he's good.
Yeah.
And by his the deal he just got, I think the Tigers think he's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Strike call. Yeah, I think him and Connor Griffin got 9-year deals.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it's smart for both parties. I mean, because as a player, you never know what can happen down the road with an injury, whatever. And now the teams don't have to worry about if they are that guy that they got him under contract. So yeah, I think it's smart for both parties.
Nothing in 2.
Pirates may, if they can get Skeens, if they spend the money.
Yeah.
They could have something down the road.
The 0-2 from Peck. That one fouled off, out of play.
I haven't paid attention. How are the Indians doing?
I hadn't either. I meant to look at their record, and they look good today, but I don't know how they've been playing overall.
Was it draft tonight?
Yes, the NFL draft. So if you're watching us and not the NFL draft, thank you. Reaches for that one. Peck will field it on a hop. Good pick from Phillips over at first base. So out at 1. Runners advance to second and third.
Be interesting to see how he does. I think his contact came out at first, so maybe he has contact in one eye and not in the other. So
doesn't have a backup yet. Ball low.
He just started wearing them last week.
Okay.
Bet he sees another breaking ball. That's my guess.
1 ball, no strikes. Oh, just off the glove of Phillips into right field. That'll be 2 RBIs for Moore. On a 1-out single. Ten to 3 is your score.
So Zionsville's third base coach, Kevin Jackson, was the one who brought up the juniors through ZBC, but his twin brother is a recruiting coordinator for North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long's he been there?
He was there for a while and then left and went and took the head job at Liberty.
Nope, foul. Home.
Fans aren't too happy with that one.
Yeah, Phillips tried to keep his feet in bounds, in fair territory, but I think his glove. 1 ball, 1 strike, and he called it early.
What were we saying?
UNC.
Oh, yeah, UNC. So, funny story about that. So, I knew his brother just from the recruiting world. It was 13 years ago. And this guy moves in 2 doors down, right? Some family was moving in 2 doors down. And we had a cul-de-sac little get-together. And this guy's walking in a North Carolina baseball shirt. And
Jones to Greathouse to Phillips, double play. 4, 6, 3.
This guy, we're at the cul-de-sac party, and he has North Carolina baseball. I go up to him, I go, Scott? Because that's his twin brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, this is Kevin, but how do you know Scott? Small world, but I knew he moved in 2 doors down, and now is one of my closest friends, but I knew his brother
that's
well
funny.
before. Yeah.
Huh. We go bottom 6. Dogs trail 10-3 on DKSN.
No two ways about it.
All right, Phillips at the plate. Moore on the mound. 69 pitches to start this inning. That one outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
So out of all the fields, what's your favorite field in the ACC?
Oh, this is really nice. Fisher's was good last year, from what I remember.
Noblesville's nice.
Yeah, sure. And the Hamilton County broadcast did the game at Noblesville, so I just got to enjoy that game.
Yeah.
But then you look at Center Grove's new complex.
Yeah.
That's nice. Good swing from Phillips.
They're getting to him. They got a few hits the last couple innings.
Yeah. 2 balls on a 2-1 count. It's single to left field. Yeah, I guess our new field isn't coming for a couple more years, so our boys won't see it.
All right. So Brownsburg, they're doing new baseballs.
Supposedly, but I haven't.
Everything else is new. So.
Yeah. Well, softball's getting theirs after the new track is done. Softball will have a new field.
So are they keeping it and just turfing it, or are they moving them?
The softball, they're moving them. Yeah. They bought all the Little League softball field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So track will take over where the Little League diamonds are now, and then where the track currently is will be softball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, everything is new at Brownsburg. Seems like. It's pretty awesome that invest that kind of money in the athletics.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike.
So I was at Center Grove last week, just looking at their athletic facilities. You know, they got the most. It's amazing. They got indoor, like cheerleading, like complex.
Yeah.
Softball is amazing indoor. They got indoor golf, which I think Brownsburg
Yeah.
got.
Yeah. We've got 3 simulators and a huge putting green that will actually put a laser line of what to read the putt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. Called strike to 24 Luke Padgett. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Bounces in. Full count to Padgett with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th with your Dogs trailing 10-3. They're on DKSN, the home of Brownsburg baseball. Brought to you by Evolve Baseball Training, Justin Suds, and the Housing Lab by Holly Kuntz. Ground ball to third. Phillips gets looked back.
He did tag him.
After consultation, Padgett will be called out as he took a spill as he went over the bag.
It always scares me when the first baseman does that in the wrist or
Yeah,
the hand.
getting your arm hit in there, yeah. So next up with 1 out and 1 on will be second baseman, Colin Jones.
He was one of the main pitchers back in the Little League, right?
Yep.
Who was the other pitcher?
You had Chase Wilson.
Chase Wilson, yeah. So Chase not playing baseball anymore.
No, he's on JV.
He
He's
is?
pitched and played center field. Yep.
Chase turned in to a pretty good basketball player.
Yes, he has.
Good athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yo, 1 fouled off a mile. 0-2 to Jones.
Does Jones still pitch at all?
No.
No. He always threw it pretty hard.
The 0-2 with 1 out. Moore will step off.
The basketball team has had Zionsville's number the last couple years.
Crazy. Oh, just foul. Yeah, Steve Lynch, the HCC Coach of the Year.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
I tell you, they did. So Zionsville, I would say, has 2 scorers this year. I mean, other guys contributed and whatnot, but I think Brownsburg did as good a job on Camden, and Rylan Gore was the other guy that scored a lot, and they did a very good job defending them. I'll say that. Made it really difficult, at least definitely on Camden.
Mm-hmm.
Lynch knows how to coach, that's for sure.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's into the gap in left center field for Jones. That'll be a double, maybe 3, as he will hold there with 1 out, and Phillips touches home.
Good hit right there.
Yeah, Phillips and Jones trade places. 10-4.
I don't think Zionsville.
Quiet in the pin.
Quiet in the pins. Probably get somebody up pretty soon.
That was pitch number 84 from Davis.
What's the place to eat now in Brownsburg? What's the choice. I remember after games, we'd always go to Nova Roman.
Right? Yeah. We'd all go to Nova Romans. Taco Bell is always hopping as LeBlanc is at the plate in a second pitch strike.
I've been to Everbowl downtown a couple times. I'm a big acai.
Yeah.
Guys out there, don't make fun of me, but
Culver's, we'll get a few visits. One ball, one strike, one out. Jones at second with LeBlanc at the plate. That one looked low, but called strike 2.
Ooh. Well, I might have been outside a little bit. You know, it's weird in college. You can only, like in an inning, you can, if you do it twice, it's a ball.
Called strike 3 to LeBlanc. Really?
So if you fake it,
yeah,
fake it twice. You have to like it. So whenever you see it in a college game, they always throw it to second on the inside move. It's kind of, I didn't know that was a rule until
I didn't
this year.
either. So how is Easton's freshman season at Butler?
He's actually doing well. He's doing well. He was out for 19 months with his injury. He so didn't see live pitching, didn't take any ground balls, nothing for 19 months, and then started off hot for the Bulldogs, and he's playing in about half the games now.
Okay,
loving it. Loves Coach Beamer. Loves all the coaches. I think the kids, they do a good job with the kids, and I hear nothing but positive things about them from all the kids. You know, obviously, Easton's made some good friends.
Killian Grove puts a charge into that down the left field line. Sarge. 2-out single keeps the line moving, and Grove will be in to second on the errant throw. Ten to 5.
No, I think the Butler's done maybe hasn't been the most successful season they've wanted, but Beamer's done great things with that program.
How long's he been there?
This is 4th year, I believe. 4th year. Nobody works harder than him. But, they've given Easton an opportunity, and
yeah, that's awesome.
Offensively, at least, made the most of it. I can't say.
So junior Luke Fields will sub in for Skylar Rose in the 9-hole. Defensive swing, fouled off.
No basketball players besides Greathouse, right?
Correct.
But Chase.
Yeah, Chase, yes. Defensive swing, fouled back and out of play, nothing in 2. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs. Whew. Davis reaches back on that one, gets the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the 7th. We made it, folks. We are in the 7th inning in a 10-5 game. You're watching Brownsburg Baseball on DKSN. All right, top 7. Peck on the mound. LeBlanc behind the plate. Strike 1. Peck's had a nice showing here coming in the, I believe he came in the 5th, maybe, yeah, I think in the 5th to start. Strike 2. The 0-2. Fouled off.
This is a short porch now. When they put the turf in, they had to move it up for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but yeah, it's kind of a short porch. Wind's always blowing in.
Mm-hmm. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging.
I always loved at Brownsburg seeing people hit it out on Odell.
Oh, yeah.
Not on Odell. Is it Odell?
Sycamore or Odell. Yeah.
Odell, yeah. Try to hit cars when they're going by.
Yeah. Sue or Sa hit a bomb.
Beckett?
Yeah. And then they had somebody else.
Castetter?
No,
for Garin?
No, for University.
Castetter, not Castetter.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, Kenyon. He goes, I turned and jogged a little bit just out of respect for the pitcher, but it was gone. That's
Ryan,
lifted to left. Canyon back there. Out number 2.
It was Ryan Castetter.
Yeah.
He actually, I believe he might have lived in Brownsburg for a short time.
Oh, really?
When he was younger.
Okay.
Right, yeah. I could be wrong, but I think so. I know that his parents did for a short time. I don't know if he was born yet.
Gotcha. All right, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Your Dogs trailing 10-5. Top of the lineup coming up for Brownsburg. That one low from Peck.
I think the bullpen's still quiet for the Eagles.
Right. Try to let him close it out. Outside corner, strike 1.
Jared doesn't.
He's 94 pitches.
Yeah, Jared will still kick in. Jared's always been that way with Davis. But, speaking of that, you look back when Storn and Lynn were pitching for Brownsburg. I mean, they would throw 100 some pitches and then 3 days later come close a game. It was just different back then.
Yeah.
But the argument you could say is, the argument.
Line drive to left. Keeps the train moving for Zionsville.
Storn and Lynn never really had injuries.
Yeah.
I think they both, maybe for a short time. I don't think any of them, Storn had Tommy John eventually.
Yeah.
But it was amazing how much O'Neill threw them, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
And then you had them in the summers, right?
I did have both of them in the summers. I had them both for 2 years. Drew was one of the best competitors I've ever been around. He was just a bulldog. And so was Lance. Lance was too, but college was the best thing that ever happened to Lance. He grew up a lot. He was a kid. I remember going to watch, I think it was a sophomore year, watch basketball. He was playing basketball at the time. And he came to the bench and kicked the chair over. That was just, Lance was a little fiery. But, those two threw a lot.
Just under the tag. Strike at the plate. Stolen base.
Lance. A little story about Lance when I coached him. We were playing at Wichita State, and like you said earlier, Lance is a good hitter. He had 16 home runs, but we didn't hit him, and we played a doubleheader there. That's gonna fall too.
That'll play to run. 2 out single.
Yeah, we were playing a doubleheader at Wichita State, and we didn't hit Lance's first game.
Yeah.
And he's starting the second game. That's why we didn't hit him. Well, he got absolutely shelled, and I don't think he lasted 2 innings. And I pulled him, went out there, took him out, and then he's sitting on the bench. And he looks up at me. He's like, "Well, if you would have hit me the first game, I wouldn't have pitched like that." Oh, that might have been one of the most I've ever got after a kid.
Yeah.
I feel bad, but I made him cry, and that's not really what you're trying to do.
Right.
Nowadays, you probably would get in trouble for it, but anyway, Lance could pitch, that's for sure. He didn't like me that day, though. I don't think his dad Mike liked me too much that day either. Ooh,
that is
down?
pulled foul.
This is a freshman here, Chase Holmes. Pitching wise, he'll be up to, as a freshman, be up to 85, 86.
Oh, wow. Yeah. One ball, one strike with 2 outs. Zville leads 11-5 here in the 7th. Just missed high, 2-1. We are a minute away from 10 p.m. on the East Coast here.
Don, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, that one kicks away. 3 balls and a strike. Runner at third now.
Is LeBlanc still up in?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the lights might auto shut off at 10 o'clock. That is funny. We're going to find out is what it's what they just said. They're on a timer.
Oh, can we not just stop the timer?
Yeah, that's funny. All the lights. Yes, well played.
Wow, this is new.
Yeah.
So I guess they're not coming off.
Yeah.
That's funny.
3 balls, 1 strike. Play resumes.
Arbuckle Acres still the place for the Little League?
For the time being, yeah. Yep. They turf the infield on Diamond 2.
Okay.
There is plans. The girls' Little League has to go somewhere because they don't have land anymore. They're trying to partner and build out there where Crossroads Feed Barn is.
Okay. Yeah.
North of that, because the high school or the school corporation actually owned that land, so they kind of swapped the land.
Okay, I got you.
But the funding is still lacking to get the fields built. So to be determined.
Okay.
But as it stands now, the Little League would still keep Arbuckle regardless. That one, hot shot off the glove of Jones, will score 2. (13-5).
Brownsburg doesn't have anybody in the pen going.
Nope. This is Peck's to finish.
Yep. Has Kenyon pitched at all?
He has not. Nope. I don't even know that he's thrown a bullpen yet. He threw more last summer than he was expecting.
He threw well.
Yeah.
That team has some pitchers.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it should be a fun summer. Swing and a miss.
Good throw. Yeah, that team Canyon's on this summer. They'll be scouted pretty good. There's ton of big-time arms.
Mm-hmm. We can talk about this hopefully in the bottom of the 7th. Just the state of Indiana high school baseball.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Stay with us if you're still there. We appreciate you watching on DKSN. We'll be back for the home half of the 7th as Brownsburg will try to rally. If they rally, we might go to 11 o'clock. We'll be right back. All right, bottom 7, Dogs trail by 8, 13-5. Leading off is senior center fielder Drew Bostic.
Top of the order.
Yep, 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Dogs. New pitcher,
Landon Ames.
Landon Ames,
He
right-hander.
He just started pitching this year.
Wow.
And he's done well. He's done well. He's probably number 3 on the depth chart, maybe 4, probably until Camden starts throwing.
The 0-1 to Bostic is line. Hot shot off the glove of the second baseman. That'll bring up Greathouse. So, yeah, the state of baseball in Indiana for what?
Chad Phillips now?
Huh?
Chad Phillips now?
Dude.
Instead of Shane Phillips? At 95? I'm 93, bro.
I knew you were 93.
93. Me and Chad used to always get mistakes
Yeah.
with each other, but we're 93.
Okay.
My wife
My
said,
bad.
hey, you gotta talk to Don.
That's the name that,
Snap
yep.
mistakes up there.
Sorry, Shane.
All right.
That's funny.
That's the name that came. Sorry, it is Shane Phillips is the father of Daniel Phillips, not Chad. All right, 1 ball, no strikes at the plate. The state of high school baseball. I just feel like, especially in the last few years, and maybe starting with Max, but probably even before that, just the amount of eyes that are on the travel scene in Indiana is pretty crazy.
Well, you've seen a lot of success in the arms in Indiana, and I think what you see is down south you see a lot of finished product,
Mm-hmm.
and I think around here they see a lot of talent and they want to get their hands on the talent and develop as far as colleges. But the other thing too, and I want to give props to Cooper Trinkle and PBR and Phil Wade, because they do such a good, like if you look at the prep baseball report in Indiana and you look at it in other states, Indiana is so much better
Mm-hmm.
than the other states with the coverage.
Yeah.
Like Indiana, everybody works harder, but the coverage they do is great. And then there's just a lot, especially in the ACC. And I actually
fouls that one off.
I think Grand Park maybe has something to do with that
Yeah,
too.
that's a great point. Yep.
But no, Indiana's in a good state. You got multiple good travel programs that are producing really good players, and
3 balls, 2 strikes to Great House. Misses inside.
All right, Canyon. But it's elevated, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's definitely elevated.
That'll bring up Canyon. Nobody out with 2 on. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss on strike 1.
You don't see that very often. I know you don't want to say it, but I'll say it. You don't see that very often.
That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bostic, leadoff single. Great House, walk. The 1-1. Outside corner, 2-1, or 1-2, sorry.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like I haven't seen a class that's put together from a pitching and hitting standpoint, but in some classes the pitching's stronger.
Yeah.
I think in the 28 class, I think the pitching stands out a little more than the position players.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the 27 class, the position players stand out
Yeah.
a little more. But I mean, you can go through, and that's for whatever reason. It just seems how it is.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
But Max Clark did bring a lot of attention to Indiana
Sure.
baseball.
Time called and granted. Bostic dancing at second.
I think Indiana having success and making the College World Series.
Sure. 2-2. Outside.
Notre Dame made it to the College World Series
4 years ago?
4 years
yeah,
ago.
It was 1 year when we were there. I think the year before we went with the Bulls. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball. That's going to be a tough roll on 2. Nope, safe.
Oh, he was safe. Hold him out. So
Double play. That'll bring up Phillips, son of Shane Phillips.
got it right that time.
Yeah. Ground ball. Fielded by third. And the Dogs and the Eagles split. Thanks, Quinn, for joining us on the broadcast. It was fun
awesome.
to talk
Fun.
Brownsburg baseball, Zionsville baseball, Indiana baseball, all the things. Zionsville wins 13-5. Both teams are now 2-4 in conference play.
I thought these two teams would be 2 at the top, but they might be by the end of the year.
Yeah, we'll see how things shake out. All right, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah, thank you.